Hi guys, Ravenflower here, and as promised, I am doing Little Cosmic Crow's Get to Know Your Witch tag. I think that's what it's called. But I really liked the questions. I was watching a little bit of her channel a couple of weeks ago, and I put this down as something to do, but I just kind of carved a little time out for it today. Today is my day off. I look like this because I'm doing laundry and cleaning the house is what I'm doing. So I wrote them all down. I think we're ready to go. I got this handy dandy little booklet from my friend Noah. Isn't it a little bit of love mail? He and I share the love of mermaids. Absolutely. And it says, I must be a mermaid. I have no fear of depths and a great fear of shallow living. That is the truth. That is that is the truth. I don't squirm on deep questions. So here we go, right? The first question, and also I'm going to put the link to the original video in the description box, so that way you can go to Little Cosmic Crow's channel, check her out. I think she has a lot of really good content. It's a fairly new channel, and I think more people should view her because I think she's doing really good work. So check her out. The first question, does your sun sign, zodiac sign, portray you correctly? If not, do your other planetary signs? I am a Virgo sun, a Scorpio moon, and a Scorpio rising. Yeah. We've talked about this before on my channel. It's, you know, it's a big wow. It's a big wow. So I can come off sort of intense. Some people, yeah, really love me and can see the goodness in me, and some people can see that I'm a little intense. I mean, I can be a little intense, especially if I'm passionate about something. If somebody has hurt my family or my friends, I am extremely passionate about that. I don't tolerate that kind of stuff. Virgo wise, I feel like Virgos get a little bit of a shaft because everybody's like, oh, they're organizational and they're so, you know, grouchy and, you know, stickler for the rules and things like that. So it's not like I haven't, you know, broken a rule here and there in my lifetime, you know, obviously that's not a thing. But I do like to be organized. I love color-coded things. I love things like journals and, you know, look at these pens. I mean, look at these pens. These also got from Noah. You know, I love being organized, like everything in its place, you know, but then sometimes I get messy and I feel better once it gets all, you know, organized and everything back in its place and clean. In regards to Scorpios, Scorpios, you know, are known to be hotheads. They're known to be intense. They're known to be also extremely good friends and very good lovers. And in relationships, they're very loyal. So I feel like those attributes are definitely me. Yes, I can be a little intense, and yes, I can be a little bit of a stickler for the rules, and sometimes I'm a little more black and white and a little less gray. Sometimes gray, that gray area makes me feel very uncomfortable, especially if I don't know what somebody's expectations are of me. Or I don't know what my expectations are of someone else. And so sometimes with relationships, I've got to like, relationships have to be equally reciprocated. So if I'm giving this amount, then I would expect somebody else to give back that same way. And if it doesn't go that way, sometimes I feel very like, what did I do wrong? I don't know why. Okay, so moving on. That question. What songs bring you the most magical vibes? Okay, well, I'm going to say everybody knows that I'm a Stevie Nicks fan. Everybody knows I'm a Beatles fan. So there are some beautiful songs that the Beatles have put out there, as well as Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac. You know, Gypsy, the song Gypsy always makes me feel really good. Gosh, there's so many, but you know, there is this one song that when I hear it, I can't get it out of my brain, and I really feel that there's some spell work somewhere involved in that, or you know how certain melodies can just reach your brain and your heart in certain ways, and one of them I think is by the 1975, Someone Else. There's something in its melody that just like puts me into a bit of a trance and a zone, and I will listen to that song on repeat, repeat, repeat. It's just like, whoa. If you look up the video, there's this very long intro that has nothing to do with the song, so I would suggest that you fast forward that. Maybe I can put the link in the description box as well, so since I already talked about them, but there's something just haunting about it. I just love it. I love it so much. Okay, question number 3. Which one of your deities / guides, ancestors is the most sarcastic with you? If this does not apply to you, which of your tarot oracle decks is? I love tarot. I love oracle cards. I am not a reader, not at all. And I've said this, I sometimes wish that I could be, but for some reason, I end up having a block in regards to the tarot. I am very attracted to the artwork, and I have multiple decks, but I don't really take them out and I don't really use them. And because when I do, what happens to me is, all of a sudden, like floodgates open, whoosh, like, and there's like 12 ghosts in the room all trying to talk to me. So that kind of steers me away from some of that because I have to be ready for it. So as far as my deities or guides or ancestors that are most sarcastic, I'm going to say that my grandma Helen is super fantastical sarcastic with me, but that is just part of her charm. It was in living and it is in death. I'm telling you, this one, she's a mess. I love her, got a lot of my gifts from that one. Also, deity wise, Sekhmet, I work with Sekhmet, and she also is extremely sarcastic. I work with some other goddesses and gods. They're not as heavily sarcastic, dripping with disdain sometimes as Sekhmet is. She's very to the point and sometimes a bit abusive, but she's always got my back, and I've got hers, that's for sure. Bast I work also with Aphrodite, and I also work with Bridget or Mother Earth, as you would. It's definitely my female roles, aside of my path. Okay, moving on. Biggest witchy mess up or misinterpretation. What came to mind immediately was not necessarily spell work that has happened, but during witchy meet and greets that I put together, or other events or things like that. Sorry, Beer's outside and Luna's like, what's going on? During these meetings, sometimes I'm not as prepared as I'd want to be. So there's sometimes miscommunications that happen, and I think because our energy levels have skyrocketed because there's so many witches in one space. So they tend, I think there's misinterpretations that happen quite frequently. So I need to be a little bit better prepared for that type of stuff. So there are things that happen. I think everything's going fine, and then all of a sudden I find out that there's 2 people arguing or some drama has happened or whatever, and I'm not quite I'm like, how did I miss this? But it happens. So I immediately thought of that. That may not be truly what she intended in regards to that question as far as an answer. Yes, ma'am. Can I help you? I know that Kitty's right over there and taunting you. It's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. I promise. You can just lay right here with me. It's okay. Okay, number 5, would you write a book on your craft or spirituality? Why? And if you already have, what were your challenges in doing so? No, I have not written a book. I write the way I speak, and so sometimes that's a little confusing for people to read. And when I do put my thoughts down on paper, I feel like I have to edit several times until it's good enough for somebody to see. So I probably would drive myself nuts. I would drive myself nuts if I actually wrote a book. I would have to get some sort of ghostwriter or something, because I probably just have too much going on up here that I just can't rein it in sometimes. I'm a little nutty. Part of my charm. It's part of my charm. But, you know, I do have the channel. I have had the channel I'm going on the 4th year now, so there are some things there, and I consider that a video book. How about that? Video book. Okay. If someone wanted, number 6, if somebody wanted to summon you to their circle, what 5 items would they need? First of all, you're going to need some coffee. It better be damn good, because I'm not showing up for no brown water. That's for sure. I'm interested in tequila / margaritas. Tequila, the person, would probably help as well, because she is a good friend of mine, and that would probably help. But I would rather, I'm drinking some right now. So tequila, anything Harry Potter. If you're playing Harry Potter music, I'm probably going to come. Do you see the shirt I'm wearing right now? It's like no joke. I love the Potter. I love the whole Potter universe. I love it all. Flowers. Not called Ravenflower for no reason. I am a 3rd generation florist, so I've been working with flowers and in gardens since I can remember. I love flowers, and I also love animals. So that is, let's see, is that 3? Is that 5? Coffee, margaritas, Harry Potter, flowers, and animals. That's, yeah, definitely. If you show up with a little puppy or a kitten, you know I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. I'm going to try to love on it. I'm going to try to spoil it rotten. That's what I'm going to do. All right, number 7. If you were a ghost, what place would you haunt? I had to think about this one, because I'm like, would I haunt the places where my family is at? I would say no. And then the reason why is because I would want them to be able to come to me and not feel like I'm always like spying on them or anything. I would want to be in a space where they could come to me and visit me if they wanted to, or summon me like the other one, the last question. So I thought about the places that made me the most happy in my lifetime, and it was very interesting that little Cosmic Crow, her answer was somewhere in Ireland, because there's a spot in Ireland that I just connected with like nobody's business. So Blarney Castle, which is in Ireland, it's Southern Ireland, and it's very close to the city of Cove, Cork, Ireland. And Blarney Castle, the grounds, when I was there, Bear, my husband, was, climbing to the top of Blarney Castle to kiss the Blarney Stone and all that stuff. And I didn't really want to go up into the castle and stay the whole time that we were there in a line before we had to get back on the bus. So I was touring the grounds, and the grounds are just laden with magical energy. It's just lovely. Gorgeous gardens. There's a gorgeous home also there on the property, as well as the castle. There's that. Or I would go to San Antonio, because then I wouldn't be affected by the heat if I was a ghost, and I would probably go to Hotel Emma. There's a fabulous spa. There's like a bar, there's a pool, there's gorgeous rooms. I mean, it was just a very comfy space. And I was thinking, well, a lot of my family is there. And I love Hotel Emma. I love the way it smells. it is like a 4-star, 5-star hotel, that I can't afford to stay at, but we would go on when we're doing our walks on the river walk and things like that. And you just go into Hotel Emma, and it has a certain smell. It's just an amazing place. That's definitely where I would go. I would go to one of those 2 places, or maybe I'll do 6 months in one and 6 months in the other. I don't know. That way my people can come and visit me. Number 8. What is the funniest way someone reacted to finding out you are a witch? And I think before coming out to my best friend Heather was a little like, I was really nerve-wracked, about it, because I thought for sure, she's a Christian, and I thought for sure like it was just gonna like really give her a lot of grief about it, and I didn't want to come out to her to hurt her feelings. We all sort of got a conundrum with that. You don't want to hurt anybody, but you also want to be honest with that person, and that's why you're having that talk, because that person has value in your life, and you just don't really know what you're going to get when you come out like that. So I was going to say her, but that actually went really well. So recently I have a coworker, is a younger gal, and she is interested in the craft, and I didn't know this at the time, and she had asked what my religious preferences were, which, by the way, you should not ask that to people that you're working with. Apparently that's not a thing that you're supposed to do. Anyhow, they did, and I didn't really care. So I told her I was pagan, I told her I was a witch, and all this other stuff, and her expression, she was like, "Oh my God, you must teach me. You must teach me everything you know." It's like, oh my God. I thought that was so funny because I was waiting for something else. You know, you're expecting something else. Okay, number 9. Do you have any superstitions? I have a couple of them. Little Cosmic Crow talks about, you know, knocking on wood. I think I have one that's like jinx, you know, when somebody says something at the same time, you know, you yell out jinx and you have to be the first one to say it. I do that. And then also when I travel, and I've taught my whole family to do this. This is a superstition that our whole family has. So if you're going to get on a plane, or if you're going to get on a boat or a train, whatever is like, you know, car taking you anywhere, you touch the outside of the vehicle, and it's like a blessing to the, you know, to the, like, so like if we're boarding the plane, we touch the outside of the plane as we're boarding. You know, we do this with cars, we do this with boats, you know, we do these things. Like, I don't know why. It's like a blessing, safe travel thing I would do. I don't know, maybe I should be slapping bay leaves on everything. Wapa, wapa. Anywho, that's that. So number 10, if you could possess any fantasy magic, what would your power be? I was stumped on this one because I think everybody's like, I must fly, right? Fantasy magic. What is fantasy magic? Isn't it all awesome? I don't know. Okay, maybe swimming. I would like to breathe underwater and be a fantastic swimmer so that I can go down and, you know, in the ocean and actually see what's up. I think that's probably what I would like to do. I love the ocean so much. Okay, so that's the thing. Number 11. What is something random on your altars? I'm like, I couldn't think of anything random. I mean, aren't altars, you know, gifts for your deities and workings of stuff that you, I mean, I don't know what would be random because I feel like everything's fair game. I don't know what random would even be. What would random be? I don't know. I feel like I need to get up and go look at my altars. Hold on a second. What is over here? I've got flowers. I've got pine cones, crystals, eggs. I have offerings of tea. I've got more flowers, water. I've got stuff. I mean, there's just stuff. I don't know. I don't know the answer to this question. It's not for me, I guess. So I don't know. Number 11, pass. I don't know. Okay. Number 12, if one of the YouTubers you watch was a genie and they could grant you 3 wishes. Oh my gosh. I think I wrote down too many wishes over here. 3 wishes within their power. Who would the YouTuber be and what would the wishes be? And you can't wish for more wishes. Okay, so it's got to be Molly Roberts. It has to be Molly Roberts. One, I think I have a little witchy crush on Molly Roberts. Her voice is so like velvet lovely. It's just, I like to listen to Molly. And so I figured if she was this fabulous, colorful genie, I think that would just like be awesome with the delivery, I think. Number 1, I would definitely want to communicate with every being possible. Every being. So plants, animals, humans, every language possible. Like sign me up for Dr. Dolittle type, but with humans and everything else. I would like to do that. And then the next thing I would think, gosh, the next thing I would like to do would be able to turn on and off the power at my will. So that way, if I needed some quiet time for whatever I'm doing, I would be able to turn off, you know, so I'm not like Dr. Doodle with got birds flying in talking to you about all of their problems. I'm able to turn it off and turn it on when I need it. I think that's a big thing. And then the last one would be clean up all the pollution on the planet, air, land, and sea. That would definitely be a thing for me. Absolutely. So then these other 2 things would be like, where do you want to be in 5 years? So I'm going to move those to the last question. Hold your horses. Okay, so that's that. So Molly, if you're out there, I got some wishes for you. I got some wishes for you, yo. Number 13. If you could instantly become an expert at any part of your craft slash spirituality, what would it be? Tea leaf reading. I would like to be an expert at tea leaf reading. I would like that. That would be awesome. I don't want to look at every cup and assume that it's the Grim. I would like to know things. I would. And one day I intend on doing this. Okay. Number 14. When you die, what do you think will happen to you and your soul? Good question. This is a good question. Previously I was a Christian. So I don't believe in heaven anymore. I don't think that that's a thing. I think that you get absorbed into the ether, and I think that there's, intelligent hauntings that can happen. I think that you could stick around for a while, or you can choose to be reincarnated. That's what I think happens to my soul. That's what I think. So I can either choose to stay around and be there for the people that are still living, or I get reincarnated and come back as something else. That's what I think. All right. Number 15. This is where that was saying that other thing. So where do you see yourself in 5 years? I see myself winning the lottery and buying this massive property that has 3 homes and like 2 storage barns and an art studio and a massive garden. And it's about like 5 miles away from me. I'm gonna buy that place. So I'm gonna win the lottery, buy that place. So I'm gonna have like a massive compound. So if my kids move, they'll each have a house, and it would be nice. And we can all live there and be happy. That's the thing. I'd also like to run a huge witchy community center, maybe like a witchy mall, like the witch mall, magic mall, the magic mall. There you go. And let's see what else. And I would want an entire cruise ship filled with witches and their family members, and we go on a big old week cruise together, the whole ship, all witch themed, and all of the stores and everything on it would be catering to us, magical food, magical treats and trinkets, and all that other stuff. And I think that would be amazing. So that's my stuff. That's my stuff. The last one's a little out there, but it's a goal, and I hope to have it. So I was not tagged by anybody, but I intend to tag right now. Little Cosmic Crow had said anybody who wanted to do it is welcome to do it. So I say that to you as well. So if I don't tag you, you are also welcome. Consider yourself tagged. There you go. But I am purposefully tagging House of Tarot Alex, you're up. Honey Owlet Moon, Anchorage, Alaska, that's you. Actually, no, you're North Pole, Alaska. And my sweet little snow orchid, you are also tagged. So there you go. That is the Get to Know You Witches tag by Little Cosmic Crow. Her link to the original video is down below in the description box, as well as the video for the Someone Else, if you're interested in that, by the 1975. I think that is the name of the band. I'm born in 1974, so I'm like, is it 1974 or is it 1975? I'm getting old, people. But that's that. I hope you enjoyed my questions, and I hope you joined me for my live chat last night. If not, I will put it right here so that you can go there as well. Have a good time, y'all. Tag, tag, tag. Have a great day. Bye.